Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you something that is very important. And guess what that thing is? My topic this morning is the secret to loving your mother-in-law. The secret to loving your mother-in-law, they are just few. I'm just wondering why some of my friends will keep calling me and asking me, how do you go about with your mother-in-law? Why is it that she loves you, she plays with your children, and then I'm going to tell them, well, this is what I do. So today, people have been asking me, and I want to make a video of it so that so many people out there are going to learn from it. Do not get me wrong. I need everyone who is watching this video to share this to females, your female friends, ladies only. If you want to share it to your male, to your husband, or maybe to anyone, it's your choice. But I made this video and I'm making this video to my fellow ladies only, because I've been getting so many questions, text messages on my WhatsApp, and then some of them will be like, why is my mother-in-law like this? Why is she doing this to you, blah, 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 blah. My mother-in-law is the best mother-in-law every woman would ever think to have. Now, let me hit your ears with secrets on how I do it. At first, I have to be honest with you, at first, it wasn't easy. I was asking myself, how do I go about with communications? Like asking so many questions within myself. Then at a point, I have to understand the fact that my thoughts that I think as well in my head sometimes creates a feelings in me. The thoughts you have in your head can create the kind of feelings you don't expect within you. Don't be in a haste. Just hold on and watch this video because it's going to be very important. It's going to help you in your marital life. Now, let me explain what I mean. Our mother-in-laws, they are very controllable. They are very easy to control, and they are under control as well. And they control everything because that child you are marrying, that child of theirs that you are marrying, she controlled them. She controlled your husband. She took care of your husbands, our husbands. I'm married and I'm speaking out of experience. I'm telling you this out of experience. In case if you are still single and maybe you are married and then your relationship with your mother-in-law is not really a wonderful one, I am telling you, I have the simplest secret on how to deal with that. Your mother-in-law is neutral. It's neutral. Every woman feels jealous when another woman tries to grab her own son from her. You and I, we are all human beings. You know that your mother-in-law was the one that took care of that boy. That's his son you are marrying that has become a man today, who is marrying you, and you are maybe the wife to the man. Your mother-in-law controlled all those things. She took care of him. She breastfed him. She breastfed him. She washed his clothes. She gave him food for more than 30 years before he got married to you, or more than 25 years before he got married to you. She did a lot of things. She trained him in school. She did so many things for the son. And then, at the end, one woman from nowhere that says he loves the son, and then I love you, you love me, and I want to marry you, and blah, blah, blah. You just come into her home and feel you're going to be on top. No. Let me tell you something. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. As a woman who is reasonable, as a woman who is sensible, what you're supposed to do is, once you enter that home, you have to bend your head down and be very loyal, humble to your mother-in-law, and loving, caring to her. She will easily tell you her secrets. This is my own secret ways I'm trying to share with you. You understand? If you can be able to be loyal to your mother-in-law when you cook food, even if you are cooking in a separate plate and pots, different from her own pot, there is no problem with that. But don't forget to at least sometimes, not most times, not all the time. Sometimes when you prepare some nice dishes that you know they love, especially the native foods that you know they enjoy. Oh my, dish the food in a plate or in a food flask and serve her own. You understand? These are common ways on how to deal with your mother-in-law. Mother-in-laws, some people are seeing them like they are very bad, or no, they are not. They are so sweet to be with. My mother-in-law is so sweet to be with. Whenever I'm with her, she always teaches me a lot of things. She tells me a lot of stories that even my husband is not aware of it. Sorry, I'm whispering to the camera. I'm just telling you guys because this is a secret that so many people do not know. And I have to teach you this because if I did not tell you about it, you will keep making the same mistakes. Maybe the same mistakes your mother made or the same mistakes other girls are making. And I wouldn't want that for my sister or for anyone. So, and that is why I have to share the message with you. Now, listen, let me tell you something. Your mother-in-law is not bad. She's not good either. You know, then what is she? She is really, really the best. She is not bad. She's not good. She's the best. Do you know why I said so? Why I use that statement that she is the best is this. Let me drop this glasses. She is the best because she took care of that man you are marrying. If your husband is not a tout today, look at the mother and appreciate that woman because she did a nice work. If your husband is someone who prays very well, go back to your mother-in-law and pray for her and feed her and take care of her, wash her clothes and do everything you can for her because she is the woman that did that in the life of that man that you are marrying. If your husband is not a criminal, go and appreciate your mother-in-law because she did a great work. She did a nice job in the life of your husband. Listen, if your husband is very rich today, go and appreciate your mother-in-law because she has been there in the village or in the home or in the town praying fervently for him. I am telling you honestly. If your husband is very caring, if your husband is very providing, because there are men that are providing, so providing to the extent that they will provide even water for you. Water is one of the commonest things. That's why I use it as an example. They will provide even water, drinkable water for you. Go and keep appreciating your mother-in-law because she did a great work in the life of that his son. Do not come into a home and break that home. Do not come into a home and turn your husband against his mother or turn your mother against you or turn the mother against the son. Because at the end, you will still be a mother-in-law. At the end, you will become a mother-in-law tomorrow. And whatever thing you sow, the Bible says that you shall reap. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Whatever thing you sow, the Bible says that same thing you sow is what you're going to reap. So what am I talking about? Maybe I've spoken a lot already. Maybe I've spoken a lot already. But the truth is this. We have so many thoughts, so many opinions. We have a manual in our head and full of rules we think others should follow. Maybe your mother-in-law is not following the manual that you have. Believe me, she doesn't need to follow your own manual. You are the one to follow her manual. Unless, let's take for instance, your husband built a different house outside the home. Outside the home where your mother-in-law is living. Cool. That is the most perfect. Then you know anytime you want to go and visit her, it's just visitation, common visitation. You have just some kind of, discussion, part-time discussion, not a full-time visitation. You understand? But as long as you are living, maybe not in the same room, but as long as it's in the same compound, you have to be ready to follow her own manual. And if you can be able to follow her own manual, believe me, and you bring her closer to you, give her gifts. Gifts like especially edible things, because at that old age, they don't need more of other things like expensive things. But I know what I'm talking about. You could still buy them expensive clothes, expensive earrings, expensive rings, watch, gold, blah blah blah. But when you keep giving them what they eat, in order for them to be alive to wear all those clothes you are buying, you become their best. You become their best. These are top secrets. I'm telling you right now. Now, the question you've been asking to yourself is, what is wrong with her? Doesn't she know that she should behave differently? That your relationship could be so much better if you would change? If she would change, don't she know that she should stay away from your marriage? The question is, how do you expect her to stay away from her son? It's her son, for crying out loud. And the kind of understanding you have is not the kind of understanding that she has. Some of them are not learned. Why most of them, like my mother-in-law, she's a retired teacher. She's very, very learned. If you listen to her English, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to discuss that on today's video. So the next video I'm going to make, maybe I'm going to make a video with my mother-in-law, and then you're going to see it with yourself, by your eyes, So the truth is this: our own thoughts create a lot of feelings within us. Therefore, reduce the rate at which you think of negative things towards her. Start thinking about positive things. You understand? Because your thoughts creates negative feelings within you. So start thinking of positive things, creative things, things on how to make her feel good, things on how to make her feel like you love her son, you take care of her son, you do everything for her son. You understand? She's even gonna rely more on you than herself, because some men, not really all men, some men will get married and then they don't even bother about their mother anymore. But it's the wife that still takes care of her own mother-in-law like it's her mother. The truth is, your mother-in-law there is this covenant she has with you that is being guided together by God, because your biological mother, God just used her to bring you into this world, but your mother-in-law is the woman that God have sent to you for you to spend the rest of your life in her own house, the rest of your life with her son. Therefore, you must take good care of her. Therefore, you must respect her. You must obey her. You must make sure you follow her own manual. There are so many ways. You don't even need to be bothered about how she talks or what she does. What you have to do is just to flow in gently. Let's say, for instance, she gets angry easily. Then don't do things that is going to make her angry. If she doesn't like dirty places, don't dirty the places. If she doesn't like it when you are frying things, maybe because of the nature of her own body, then you know when to fry. Anytime you want to fry things, you make sure she's not at home. Maybe she's outside, or maybe you send her away and tell her, grandma, mother-in-law, mom, I want whatever thing you call her, you can call her and say, I want a fried thing because my children enjoys fried things, and maybe because of her own nature, she doesn't enjoy it. So you use common sense. Common sense. You can even go to your own mother's house and fry the things you want to fry if it's close. But if it's not closer, the best thing to do is to have an interaction, discussion, mutual understanding with your mother-in-law, so that whenever you're frying things, she will just have to understand. With time, she will get used to it. Freely, without even having to, talk about so many things. So, I believe that the things I taught you today, that is going to help you in your marriage, be it a man, be it a woman. I believe strongly that this video means a lot to you. So I need you to do yourself a favor by resharing and sharing and resharing and sharing this video to so many people, because I need so many people who are yet to marry, especially the ladies who are married, excuse me, and who are yet to marry, for them to know how to handle their mother-in-laws, because they are the sweetest people to stay with. I tell you this again, they are very sweet to stay with. If you can love them and share this video, if you can love them and share this video to your brothers and sisters, to your sisters precisely, it could change your life. Remember, you are not making this video viral. You are not making me viral, but you are making the word of God viral. And you are making the whole world. You are changing the lives of everyone who watches this video. God bless you for watching this video. I love you. Peace.